I was like, let's just see how much money we have and see what we can build with that. But then we ended up with this vision was like so beyond what we could do that it was terrifying.
God's vision has to really be out of your depth. We always wanted to make sure that we did this as a whole church community. One person from our pastorate said, as one person, I don't have the faith to make this decision. But if we're all doing that together, then it's a much different decision.
I think when we first had the vision for this, we were starting from a point of what do we have and what can we do with it? And we realized that that's such a poor place to start, and we had to stop and thinking what we had and say what's the very most we can do with this building.
We're trying to make sure that it's not about the building. We're trying to make sure that the vision, the value and the life from here actually goes out into the communities around, and the church community is reflected more authentically and more than just a Sunday.
We had the opportunity in this project to significantly engage the users of the building and engage them around the question, how will our design, how will this building facilitate you expressing your calling?
It was a lot of relational, talking with them, sitting with God, and then going back and seeing how do we design the best thing for this. We don't really want to create buildings that are just cookie cutter. So God places something on your heart to do something a certain way. How do we execute it in a way that is not going to cost too much money, but can still really pull that design through to the end for the client to have something that's really special and that's really meaningful to them.
So EMI pushed us sometimes, so we were uncomfortable. We sometimes had meetings where it was like, well, we want to do this, but they're like, but your vision is this. So the process was really important for us in terms of wrestling with the heart of what the vision actually was. And they helped us hear God in that as well.
I think the priority was always the people. So from the beginning, it was about really investing time in the church, in the body, about talking to them. How do we create this shell or create this structure to house the people now, but also then how do we proof it for the future? So that someone's heart desire might be kids ministry, what is if they leave and someone else has got a ministry for the elderly?
The most common statement we used over the last 5 years especially is that it's not the church that's being built as a building, it's us as people. We had to learn so much. We had to learn how God works, how to listen to God, how to show grace to each other, and God has helped us through that. But I would hate to see the toughness as being the main aspect. The main aspect is looking back and saying, I can't believe how far God's brought us. And EMI have been precious to us. I don't know how we would have done this journey without a partner that has the same heart to see God's very best.
Sometimes we need to look back to go forward, but actually it's on the journey that's so significant. That's where the growth happens. That's actually where God is molding and shaping us.
The gift was that it was such a huge vision, and we had to rely on God every step of the way, and actually that no one person could do it themselves, or two people. You really did need the whole community, the whole church to be part of it.
He has brought us through a lot of things where we thought we wouldn't be able to come through, and He's made a way. And so I'm excited to see where He takes us.